Finally, yeah, I decided
You
to.
just jumped in. Were you jerking off?
Nah, man, I was just leaning back on my chair, man. Jerking off, nah, we passed that life. Nah, but
Okay,
you never know when
that's
you
good.
need one, though. You never know when you need one, so you can never
I
ride.
didn't get that.
I say you never know when you need one, just to, you might be on the road like no girls and shit, You just like rub one out real quick. Man, what's up with you, my nigga?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Gucci, man.
What did you work on last? Like, what are you doing right now?
Just wrapped up a project.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't say who, but when people say I can't say who, you think it's one big artist, but
Nah, it's privacy is like,
yeah,
man, you cannot be leaking music, man. I feel that.
it's not much about the privacy, but the project will soon be out, though.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of music I made last year. We've been wrapping up and it's coming out. So.
Oh yeah. So it's just like production shit, or like, did you mix it to master it, all that shit?
Yeah. When I say I just wrapped up, it means I just mixed it and mastered. So we're doing the back and forth with the mix. Okay, not bring this down, bring this up. Yeah.
So wait, like, have you had other people mix your stuff before?
Of course.
Okay, but you wouldn't put something out there that wasn't like over, if you didn't see like the final, I guess, master or whatever.
Well, ideally, for the most part, if someone else mixes the stuff, you, as the producer, you get to hear it before it goes. Okay, let's do this, let's do that.
Okay.
That's the general idea. But sometimes, as the producer, you don't know. A lot of people that work with Drake, they don't know if their tracks made the cut or not.
Yeah.
Until the album drops. I'm like, oh, I did.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So sometimes you're just out of the process. They just take your beat and do whatever they want to do, right?
Well, I don't give people beats, actually. That rarely happens, honestly.
No, I know that about you, man. I used to ask you for beats like a couple years after grad. Like, you never ever like, you said, nah, man, like, you're not doing that. Why is that though? Have a reason for that?
Yes, I'm a little too protective of the process. So outside of making the beat, that's just one part. The other part is, putting the song together. A good number of the stuff I produce, I co-write on the lyric and melody end as well. So I just want to make sure that my goal, to be honest, from the beginning of this year was to make music that I like. Yeah. So I want to like the song.
Oh, okay.
So I try to be as involved with the process as possible. But then, yeah, by the time somebody else is mixing what the song is pretty much done. The person's just doing the professional, balancing and EQing and all that. So,
oh yeah. Damn, man. That makes sense though. Like, you just want to be, I guess maybe they haven't dropped you a big enough bag for a beat or something. Like, if the stakes were high enough, would you sell it?
Not like I'm not going to give beats to people. Not like I haven't done that before.
Oh yeah.
But then I would still want to be part of the song making process.
Yeah, well, no, there's sometimes you can be part of that, So I'm trying
to. I don't have to be there physically. Actually, in the last maybe 3 or 4 years, say 50-60% of the records I've made were not in person.
Oh, see, so you just want to be part of the process somehow.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that we're in the room now. Granted, that would be the best experience, to be in the room together, and kind of tinker on what is going on, but it doesn't always happen like that.
But you would say that there's been like your beats that people have used that you were not part of the process, right? They just rapped over the beat and dropped it. You've probably had that, man. There's no way you can't tell me you ever had that.
I'm actually thinking.
People be rapping, man. They don't even care about the mix. They just want to rap on a beat.
I can't think of anybody notable right now.
That's crazy.
I can't. My guess is that has happened before. That's my guess, but I'm not sure I can remember.
Damn, you must keep a tight leash on your beats then, because that's crazy, man. To just always know. How do you even keep everything organized? Because I know you probably make a lot of beats too. So like, how do
I
you
actually don't make a lot of beats.
Oh, okay.
That's
So it's easy to be organized, I guess.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question.
It's easy to be organized, I guess. You know, like you just don't.
No, I make more music than the average producer, but I don't make beats. If I'm making a beat, chances there's a 70%, 80% chance that there's a song that is going to that beat. Even if the song hasn't been made before, there's probably a song and there's an artist.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I got an idea for a beat and I didn't get an idea for how the song should go.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm making a beat, I'm getting, okay, the hook should sound like this. The flow should be like this. The entire songs that I've made, and I wrote the entire melody of the song, no words.
Yeah.
I just wrote the melody. Then I was like, I can't find the words to fit into this. So I send it to somebody. Maybe I send it to Monly or send it to Charlie X or something. And then they put words to the melodies that I wrote. It's pretty much the procedure for me.
Okay, that's actually because I need definitely collaborate like a motherfucker. Like, it's not like you're to yourself type shit. Like you be working with other people a lot.
Oh no.
So your name pops up in like the most random places, man.
The most random places, like where?
Like I wasn't expecting you to produce on Aramide's album or some shit like that. I've seen like I did not expect that. I mean, I kind of expected it though. Funny enough, because like of course they're gonna blow, but like it's just how it happened, man. I was like, like when I saw it make those kind of things that you just see and it just makes sense. Yeah, that's one of the things. That's one I was like, damn, of course it was going. You feel me? But like you feel me in the randomness and like it's actually a big thing too.
Yeah, we actually just wrapped up Aramide's next project. It should be out in a couple months.
Oh, that's cool, man. And you definitely someone that people want to probably keep relationships with. So you're good, man. You're just good. Yeah. That's all.
We're just trying to see. I don't think I've scratched the surface of the kind of shit I want to do yet. I don't think so.
I should always feel now. Like you can't feel like you finished it. Like the journey has
been you can never finish. But you know, when you get into the meat of things, you can feel it.
Yeah.
When you get in, you can now it's on. I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, yeah.
If you asked me 10 years ago, I would have thought that I would be planning to retire at this point, but life does throw you curveballs. So
life is the most unpredictable shit. Like this shit just be happening, man. I swear.
Yeah.
This shit just happen.
I'm actually enjoying the curveballs. And after the initial moment of apprehension, like, oh, what's going on? At some point you're like, okay.
Man, so you're not gonna share your screen. I really want to see you mix a song or some shit, bro.
You know what?
Yeah.
I am not going to. I can show you a couple of stuff that I'm working on now, though.
Oh yeah, I want to see your screen, man. If you can.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you?
And of course,
your shit is clear as a motherfucker. You're still using your phone, right?
No. I'm on my computer.
Okay, damn. Is it lighting? Look how grainy my shit is compared to your shit. Your shit, you're just.
No, it's dark. Yeah, of course, it's lighting now. Can't you see? I mean, God's nature.
Wait, where you at right now?
Location wise, or where I'm at, like
location.
I mean, I don't know if you know this place, but it's called Lamingo, and it's where
I've heard about it. Yeah, it's in Jos.
Yeah, right? Yeah, of course. Jos all day.
Damn, you still in J-Town, man. Damn, dog.
Yeah, you have to be.
How does it been? Have you like been in the same room with them? MI?
Pardon?
Have you been in the same room with them? MI before? Like, how has it been to just watch those guys, like, you know, from the same school, all of us, you graduated, you know, like that pressure of MI?
No, definitely many times. That was more back in the day,
Oh,
which
yeah.
made it a little better because they had just broken through.
Yeah, tell me
So
MI stories, man. I know you have a bunch of those, man.
it just felt like those guys were gods because,
Nah,
like,
guy, actually, I'm MI2 guy. I bought it on the way. I live in Kaduna, right? I bought the CD on the way. You know, the 3 hour.
mhm,
I was bumping that, bro. I listened to that thing like
yeah, I was in the
uh,
room. I was in the room when MI wrapped up the mix for MI2.
wow, that's crazy, man.
Coincidentally,
That's fucking crazy, man. Emma and our God for us that time, man.
yeah, no,
For
he's
the
still
virgin.
a god, man.
Flow
Still
like
a god.
it sound like no, maybe he's the best. Nigeria's on Kanye West for the West and the rest video chat. The rest of the press gets emphasis and the press feel like cannabis, analysts of analysts asking can they handle the microphone vandal, the son of the evangelist.
Evangelist.
Bro, like niggas was going crazy for MI, man. Oh my god, that guy is still no. I respect him to this day, man. I just don't like his like most recent shit. Them Judah, all that shit is not. It's never. It can never top MI2. MI2 is the greatest album that's come out of Nigeria in terms of like hip hop rap, man.
And funny enough,
What?
it's interesting that people who were onto them from say 2005, 2006,
Yeah.
their itch hasn't been scratched yet.
Oh yeah.
They feel like as much as it's kind of a weird experience when people are capping for MI2, hey, this, that. And then the guys that used to hear this stuff from before are like, you people don't know, you don't know as this thing this up. You know, they really didn't feel like hit his potential in terms of giving the people a crazily creative piece of work.
I did much. Like I did
If
actually.
you heard the shit from behind the scenes, you wouldn't be saying what you're saying.
Yeah, I've
So
heard
how
almost I've heard almost everything in my I've heard all the illegal music. Are you talking about anything that's available to the public, right?
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the stuff that the public
And
knows.
if it's not, yeah, if it's not dropped, then how's that any of my business, man? You feel me? Like, oh, that's no
Exactly. Which is why I shouldn't be pouring sand in your Gary.
yeah.
However, if you've heard the stuff from you know, like one time, I think Lecrae was doing a Q&A on Twitter one time,
Yeah.
and somebody asked him, "What's your best song that you made?" And his response was, "It's songs that you're probably never going to hear."
Oh yeah.
You understand? Because you're in a business, you probably don't put out the music that you want to that you want to put out. You don't put out your own personal favorites because you are in the business. Oh, this is probably the best song to put out now as a single. This is probably the best way to put these songs together as a project. Your craziest songs,
Yeah.
more often than not, would only appease a niche crowd.
No, definitely.
You get so you probably wouldn't put that out because for the most part you want to put out the music that would grab as many people as possible. You want a wide range of people. So those guys, no. They're doing crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And I'm not sure anybody's ever going to hear that, which is kind of weird. Because on the one hand, you're like, oh, if you people hear this thing, well, nobody's probably going to hear that. And then these guys' entire careers will be judged off stuff that they dropped.
Yep.
But it's what it is. The game is the game.
And like I said, man, if it's not dropped, then It's only people like you that like have the inner shit that can know. So like,
No, it's not just people like me. It's not like I had some sort of privilege. They were just people that were randomly around when the music was made, and they were friends with these guys.
yeah,
And then just people, because their music leaked. That was probably not probably, that was definitely the only time in my life that music went far without the artist pushing the music. Like that period in Jos, people used to just share their music. Like, man, have you heard this? Have you heard this? It was so incredible that the music moved by itself. It grew feet on its own.
Joss is, man, that place is oh my god, like that's a I like, you know how happy I was to go to that fucking school. Like
Of
that's
course, you should, man.
that baptized, like that's one of the best schools in Nigeria for like creativity. Like if you
At
want,
the time, bah.
no, yeah, at the time, no, I don't know how it is, but like at that time, and the funny thing is like we saw the bullshit as we were graduating, we started seeing how it was gonna just end, right? But like,
There's always bullshit.
can you imagine, yeah, can you imagine what they call it? Okay, us too, we felt like bullshit to you guys, huh? When you guys were graduating and shit, right?
Of course, we felt like, oh man, everything's getting watered down. Is
Yeah,
watered down.
after I said was never now watered down shit, man. We everything to move forward. But even SS2, torchbearers, we won SS3. That shit was so dope. People
It's part of the dance.
yeah, people haven't done that shit in like 10 years or some shit. They're all S2. They were so good. They could, it's normally like they'll just give SS3 because are usually on the same level.
You
Bro,
see, the thing with you guys was not even just you guys. I think the decline kind of started from I would say my set, Touchbearers particularly. The decline kind of started from my set.
nah, man.
Because
no way they decline started from set because, guy, you know why? The next
why?
people that were SS2, I don't know if you remember Ogona.
Mm-hmm.
Ogona is one of the greatest torchbearers to ever live, man. Because like he's the one that inspired me and the us in Justice one that time. He's the one that made us say that okay, we're going to SS2, we're going to become torchbearers. Like that one is a short banker. Like then you guys like you was HSG and we're like, yo,
Yes, you see.
when I'm
You
going,
didn't let me finish what I was saying.
I'm going to, yeah, no.
The decline of Touchbearers in terms of
Yeah.
quality of acting, quality of story, quality of production.
Yeah.
I still remember the Touchbearers dramas that I watched when I was in JS1. I still remember the ones I watched when I was in JS3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I remember just being enamored. Like, oh my goodness. This thing looks unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys like that was actually the prime of being.
Not we guys, oh no, not we guys, oh. My set we're as unserious as it gets, man.
Oh no,
like,
I'm not talking about you guys when you guys go to SS3. I'm talking about how you went through the school now. Like
yeah, like the experiences
to be in baptized school just like that time, like that whole 2000s to whenever or 1990 or something.
And I can't even speak for every set then, but I just remember there are a couple of sets that just imagine just being glued, like, Jesus Christ, I cannot believe that I'm watching this.
That's how funny enough. I hear stories like that about us. So like it was that shit we had that effect too. People were crying in chapel, man.
Exactly. So I can only speak for the times that I was there, and then the aftermath not so much.
Yeah.
But then I think what just happened was my time,
yeah,
there was a lot of great drama, great thriller stuff, and then the comedy kind of picked up as we got older. So you guys kind of saw the peak of comedy in Touchbearers. Them Ugonna. I remember watching some of them Ugonna's dramas. Was hilarious.
Yeah, nah, those guys were legends, man. Like
Hilarious. And then 2009 set kind of took it to another level. I didn't see a lot of their stuff, but the few stuff that I saw was hilarious. So the stories kind of got a lot more hilarious as time went on, but then the production quality went down a little bit, which it's probably not as big a problem as I think it is, but
yeah, right now I can only imagine how Babsesco is right now. Like it's probably so fucked. Like, cause like that
to
was,
our eyes, bah.
to be honest, yeah, we don't know how other people view it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I remember hating that shit. Like I do my just as well. Like I called my mom like every day. I was like,
Of course you had to, man.
I can't do this shit, man. Then after like 20 days, man, I was like, okay, I'm here, man. Let's go. Like we're gonna figure this shit.
You're not going anywhere. Yes.
That shit was the rude awakening, man. I swear, like, and that school was so like if they will bully you, man, like there's people, teachers bully you, students bully you, like everybody's bullying everybody.
Like from every side.
Yeah, every side. You gotta escape it, man.
Yeah.
Like rampant.
But funny enough, as much as we complain too much about that, like worse stuff was happening elsewhere.
Nah, I swear I hear stories all the time, man. Like even in that.
So you're like, where could I have gone to?
Like stories, even Bethany, I heard some crazy stories that happened there, but like you never know until you actually if you experience that shit, you know. And the funny thing is, like, okay, as bad as it was, right? You could still, it was still like livable, you know. There was people that made it fun.
Yes, but then it wasn't fun for everybody, and I didn't find this out until maybe 8-9 years after I left.
Yeah.
That as much as some of us enjoyed the experience, in the grand scheme of things, there was a good number of people that entirely hated their time there.
Yep.
And initially, I was like, "Are you crazy? Do you know how much fun I had?" And then gradually you start to realize that, oh shit, some people were just constantly going through hell, man.
Yes, sir.
And
like that shit is just crazy. Like, man.
Well, all good, man. I hope you okay. I'm just going to share my screen with on the song that I'm working on now. I hope you can hear the music.
Probably can't.
You should enable screen share. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Dope as fuck.
You can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Let's hope you can hear the music as well. Can you hear it?
Nope.
This is the issue with Zoom.
Oh, so you can't place shit over like when you're using the same thing unless you have. Like,
yes.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up. What DAW is this?
This is Logic.
Yeah, so that's what you use. Do you switch DAWs or this is all you use right now?
No, I am switching to Logic now.
From what, Cubase?
From Cubase, yes.
Why do we shit on Cubase so much, man? Like Cubase.
Who shits on Cubase?
A lot of
Who?
Actually,
What?
I got homies that be shitting on Cubase every day, man. They be like, yo, that shit is for like the old school motherfuckers, man. Like it doesn't have like functionality, some bullshit like that. When Cubase has made some hit records, man.
Exactly. Like Cubase
is fucking clutch.
To be honest, I've shitted on people recording and mixing vocals in FL.
Yeah, people like do shit.
But some of the best music I've heard was recorded and mixed in FL. So who am I?
Exactly.
To shit on.
You shitting on that door, like that should be crazy, man. People be using Reason, man, making hits.
Yeah, like Mustard uses Reason.
It doesn't matter, man.
In my mind, I even thought that Mustard was on some FL shit, but Mustard uses Reason. That's crazy. So you really can make anything with anything. Anyway, you can't hear the music, but I can just show you um give you an idea of what my vocal effects stack looks like. So I make a comp track for my backup, my backing vocals.
Yeah.
I really wish you could hear this, but it's all good. So with my backing vocals, most times I record two takes of the same part,
Yeah.
right? So with what we have here, there's a low part and then there's the high part. So I record two takes and then kind of pan them equally to the left and right to give it a better stereo feel. So now on each track, I have a compressor, right?
Yeah.
So on Logic, I'm using a preset called Tube Vocal, right? But then the idea with compression is you want to get an even sound. That's the theoretical idea of compression,
Yep.
right? So the parameters you should take note of the most would be your threshold. Your threshold is the point at which your compressor starts to work.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really wish you could hear the effect of this. But then the lower the threshold is, the more crunched your signal is going to sound. It's like, okay, let's say you have from okay, let's just use the parameters here. You have from -50 to 0. 0 is kind of theoretically the highest point of loudness or amplitude in music.
Yeah.
So maybe no music can sound. So when I bring it down, I'm saying, okay, it's currently at -14 dB. So at -14 dB, my compressor starts working at that point. All right.
Yeah.
The knee is how what's the best way to put this? Is the amount that is being taken off from whatever goes above the threshold, right? So the lower the knee, the more quickly your compressor is working, which is a little similar to what your attack is.
Yeah. Are these your vocals?
Yeah, they're my vocals.
Okay, so you just like you're making
Yeah. So your ratio is the amount of compression that should go in.
Yeah.
So the lower your ratio, the more aggressive your compression is going to be. My bad, the higher your ratio. But then with vocals, for the most part, you're somewhere around 1:4 or 1:8, somewhere within that range. Then your makeup is sometimes you're going to lose loudness whenever you compress a signal. So with your makeup signal, you can kind of compensate for how much you have lost
Yeah.
by turning that up. Then your release is how quickly your compression stops working. Right?
Yeah.
So your attack is how quickly your compression starts working. Your release is how quickly your compression stops working. Now, the easy way to go about all this is to probably start from a preset, because the rudimentary understanding of some of these things, one, it takes a while to fully understand what's going on. Two, it takes time to actually just start tweaking your compressor by yourself.
Yeah.
So you start from a preset and then you can now tweak to taste.
That's what I used to do on Cubase, man. I literally just put lead vocals in your face. Put that shit on the rap.
You see, I haven't installed waves here, but then on Cubase where I have waves, I use CLA 76, the CLA 76 compressor, and the lead vocal in your face preset of that. I don't touch anything except the input or the output. So sometimes it's not compressing it enough. So I turn up the input so it can catch some of the things on the lower levels that are not being caught, and
Yeah.
then drop the output because sometimes it might be too loud. That's all I touch. The preset is so perfect.
I swear, I didn't even. It made it just sound better, Like, and that time, I didn't care about like how this, I just wanted to have that sound. So I literally just whenever I put it, compressor or level. The only thing I messed with that time was EQ. I was just like play with the EQ, but like as far as
Yeah,
compressor, I run that shit through every rap I wrote for like 5 years straight. Or
yeah.
maybe not 5 years, but like maybe 4 years. Cause like
But the thing with compression is when you fall in love with a preset, there's the risk that um you're going to not tweak it.
yeah,
You get, and the problems come from not tweaking. Like sometimes when I use the in your face preset,
yeah,
the recording environment of the vocal I'm processing probably had a lot of ground noise.
yeah,
So when I use the in your face, what's happening is it will now pick up the ground noise and accentuate it as well. So I'm having vocals that, okay, they are sounding as in my face as punchy as I want them to sound, but the background noise, the noise of the room is also accentuated as well. So in my vocal, I'm here, understand,
that
and then
noise.
maybe
How do you eliminate noise from your vocals, man? Yo, look how thin your lines look. It looks like you recorded out with a dope ass sound. Like
well, this is actually not even as clean as I would prefer. If you could actually hear this straight line that you think there's nothing going on there
yeah.
is actually not so clean.
No, definitely. But like just how much you can limit that shit now. Once that's
Yeah.
like if that as close as that straight line can get to quiet, that's literally the mix right there.
The rule of thumb is um you because most of us wouldn't be recording in particularly ideal situations.
Yeah.
You want to bring the vocalist as close to the mic as possible without picking up too many pops and uh, for the most part.
Yeah.
So my rule of thumb is probably like a fist and a half away from the mic. And one thing that helps that you would have thought that everybody that records music knows, use a pop filter and do not hold the mic in your hand.
Who
So
holds the
many,
like what kind of
but I didn't get that.
who holds the mic in their hand? Like are you the
Oh my god, the majority of your favorite Nigerian artists hold the mic in their hand. Now, granted, recently there's this new microphone pop
yeah.
that they've started using. It's it's pretty big, so it just envelopes the microphone. That's a new development that is good. But then I'm like, you don't have to use that if you don't hold the mic in the first place.
That's just funny, man.
They don't realize how much of an incredibly difficult job they give the engineer mixing that song. When I have to, like, engineers literally have to cut out certain aspects that have pops in them, take them to another software and process them there, try to get rid of the pops there
Yeah.
before they bring them back to the record. It's just so much of an unnecessary procedure. But yeah, niggas gonna be niggas, so that's fine.
Artists, man, they don't care about shit.
Yeah,
Just want to rap.
yeah. Anyway, the next thing is for singing vocals. Just put the pitch correct here.
Yeah.
This I'm not pushing this to the extreme. It's just doing mild pitch correction. The response time at 20 microseconds.
Does
And
it
all.
does it read the notes by itself, or you have to actually put the notes in?
Most times, most singers are singing on a major scale,
Yeah.
right? So this song particularly is on A sharp,
Yeah.
and it's on a major scale. Now, this pitch corrector is native to Logic, So you can only change the key when you set it to the major scale. The chromatic scale allows for everything. You see, like I can't change the key here because the chromatic scale allows for the 12 notes in the scale.
Oh, yeah.
But less often it happens, maybe 20% of the time, when there are certain songs that have notes that on the chromatic scale. Like a good example is Rema does it a lot. She wants to ginger me. All that funny thing he does. Those notes that sound weird to your ear, they're on the chromatic scale.
Oh,
But for the most part, most songs are on the major scale. So you have to change this to the major scale
yeah,
and
definitely.
then set the key. Yeah, most songs, especially within the urban and hip hop genre,
Yeah,
most songs are on the
Rema,
major scale.
Rema is better than Burna Boy, man.
Is you can't be having that conversation of better. He's a different artist, and you like him more than you like Burna Boy. That's just what it is.
Nah, like in terms of like just making that, that type of music that's coming out in Nigeria right now. Like he's just better at making it, the GOAT of all time, now the greatest of all time.
Who is that?
This kid.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So that's the beauty of making that kind of music. Everybody's making almost the same thing. Of course, everybody's different now, but at the end of the day, like it's just about who, I feel like Rema has a bigger upside.
He's a little more different
Fire and
than
because like the guy is like making moves too, man. You can't sleep on him. Even Davido too. These guys are good, but like there's just levels to making music shit.
no, nobody is sleeping on anybody, but I'm not sure that we can say that one person is better than the other.
I can say that.
Now we can say one person is more talented, that's for sure.
What's even
But
going on
then
in the rap scene in Nigeria? Like people don't even talk about rap no more, man. It's like almost
the
like
rap scene, I think a couple of us are involved in some of the heavy hitters in the rap scene now. But then the problem with the rap scene in Nigeria, it's not a talking point when the Nigerian music industry comes up.
no, it definitely
Unfortunately, it's not.
it's not like it's just not respected, man. It's fucked up.
Yeah,
And like
and
Mike couldn't carry that shit alone, man. Like the people that man, look, like people needed to come after him, man. Like people that are on his level, like Nigerian rappers are so weird. Like they're so niche that it's like they can't even blow up like that. You need to be able to
they
make
can.
no, they can't. Like some people, I feel like they can't because like there's just a certain kind of people that like their music. They don't make
No,
broad.
no, I'm agreeing with you that they can't.
Okay, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
it's so niche that you can't even. So you have to learn how to make music that like pops everywhere, man. That's why like ever since I respected them and shit, but the kind of music I even make, like I don't even consider it like I wanted to be always be here, make hip hop, actual hip hop music, man. Them Lil Wayne were the ones that motivated me, man. Even in Nigeria, like I remember people
mm-hmm.
were saying MI was better than Lil Wayne. Like that's how I know that people are actually don't even understand like what rap meant.
Now hold that thought. Hold that thought. A few minutes ago you said Rema was better than Burner.
Yeah.
It's the same way people say Emma is better than Lil Wayne.
Nah,
These conversations
no,
are
no,
they're
that's
subjective.
see, it's not possible. There's some there's some things
They are subjective.
trust
No,
me.
they are subjective.
I fucks with MI. Like MI is one of the greatest Nigerian rappers that ever lived, but there is levels to this shit, sizzle, man. I'm telling you,
It's not levels.
there is levels, man.
It's not levels. Think about it like this.
Woo.
A couple days ago, Monly put out a video on, I think, on his Instagram and on his Twitter,
Yeah.
and it was a story. I think it was from TikTok. Then he brought it to Twitter and Instagram. It was about a producer playing beats for artists.
Yeah.
So the producer played one beat that he was really feeling. I was like, man, and this artist go feed this thing.
I saw the video. Money posted it on Twitter. Yeah.
He saw that, and then the artist was like,
Then
he played the next one. This is going to be fire. The artist was like, Then after running through his stack, he's like, okay, let me just play something. I've run out of dope shit to play for this guy. Let me just play something I have. What's in his mind as a producer was a whack beat. That's the one that the artist was jumping. See, this is fire, madness.
I swear.
These things are subjective. It's difficult to accept that these things are subjective, but they are.
Man,
I can think that
conversation. I mean, I'm talking about that specific conversation. MI is not better than the win in any way. Like, I don't care if it's subjective. Like, I'm telling you that.
which is dope because you are a stan, and for artists to
It's not being factual, man. It's about just saying what it is, man. You give people their respect, but you need to understand these things, man.
Every stan thinks they are factual. That's the thing.
I'm a stan. Yeah, that's a fine.
Okay, that's good.
Not even about that. Like, I'm trying to just be honest, man. Like, that's the real shit. That's like, this is like literally these motherfuckers created hip hop. Like, Lil Wayne inspired MI, man. You feel me?
That is for sure. Lil Wayne inspired MI. That is for sure, without a doubt.
MI is the greatest rapper in Africa. I think Africa has ever seen.
I don't know about that.
I really feel that way. So I'm not just saying shit, man. I'm telling you that Africa #1 shit was true, man. African rapper #1, no.
I'm not sure about MI being the greatest rapper that Africa has ever seen.
Who is
in term wait, 1 second, let me finish. In terms of how Africa sees it,
yeah,
if you ask me,
yeah,
MI is the greatest rap artist that Africa has seen.
okay,
and MI is actually a much better, by far a much better artist than Lil Wayne. But is he greater than Lil Wayne in terms of accomplishments? He's not even close. He can't even.
I'm talking about just wordplay.
He can't.
I'm literally talking about wordplay. I'm talking about the art form. I'm not even talking about.
That's what I'm saying. That there's a difference between a great rapper and a great rap artist, and then you as an entity. Of course, MI is not Lil Wayne's mate. Even if you ask MI, if you tell MI that he's greater than Lil Wayne, he will slap your mouth because he knows that he's not.
I'm literally talking about the art form. You say he's a better artist than Lil Wayne, right? That's what you said.
By far. If you put M in Studio B, put Wayne in Studio A, and say, okay, you guys have 3 days. You need to come up with rap versions of 6 genres.
Yeah.
By far, it's not even close.
I just want you to
except Wayne is doing shit behind the scenes that we have not seen. So of course there's a bias.
You've seen everything.
Go ahead.
So you've seen everything. There's no behind the scenes shit. I'm telling you about public information right now. Like, I can't believe
just based on public information. Yeah. Okay, based on what the public has heard, then my argument doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up because based off what MI has put out, genre wise, it's not as genre bending as what Wayne has put out.
Exactly, man.
I definitely concede to that. Definitely.
These guys are just something else. And he's still, funny enough, like he just dropped two songs that just hit big. Like, he's still on that same grind right now. It's so crazy. Lil Wayne is still one of the top, right? Everybody features him here. Like, everything coming out still him. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, but still hits because you like it. But numbers wise, the industry is unwilling to tell Wiz that he has fallen off.
No.
That's how you. Wait. Let me finish. That's how you know somebody who has GOAT status. When the industry refuses to tell him the truth, that's how you know somebody that did some unbelievable shit. And everybody was like, bro, how did this guy do this?
What I wanted to say was, like, in terms of his own music, he's fallen off.
Not his own music, in terms of his impact. I'm not even talking about the quality of music. No, Weezy's quality of music is not going to go down.
It went down. Like
It's not.
I'm telling you right now that Lil Wayne's music, like what I'm talking about is his influence actually. He's so influential that like he's on everything. People still feature him. Like people want Lil Wayne on their shit. So like that's
Yes.
my life right now. You know, it's not his own music. The last time I can't remember the last time Lil Wayne dropped a song that went like top and shit. The last thing he dropped was Funeral, man. Have you listened to Funeral? You probably haven't. So like
Funeral?
yeah, Funeral about 30 something songs.
No, I haven't. I haven't listened to
Like,
that.
I'm telling you, man, I follow these people, bro. Like, so this guy, like, he's actually in terms of making music, he's not stopped his consistency, right? But like, he doesn't make as many hit songs as he used to make. Like, of course, that was always gonna happen.
And what is, so put a pin in that. What is a hit song?
A hit song is a song that that everybody likes, that everybody fucks with, not just
Exactly.
not just your fans. Yeah.
So my follow-up question would be, have there been fantastic songs that could have been hit songs that didn't become hit songs?
A lot of songs. That happens to almost half of the songs that come out actually. Because like it
There you go.
anything, yeah. But like
So
there's
like
undeniable hits now. I'm talking about undeniable hits, man. I'm talking about them how to love and like I said, I kill your heart, all that shit. Like he doesn't make. I don't think he can make that level of music again. He can still come close.
he probably makes better music than that, but in terms of the impact that the music makes, I think the one thing that artists don't pay attention to, or they deliberately ignore, is that what makes a hit song is not the quality of the song. As somebody who has deliberately taken the route to just make music that he likes and not care about hit songs, trust me, there are songs that I know. I've made a couple of those songs, and I knew from the day, not just me, everybody that was the people who were passing the window of the studio that heard the song, they knew. We woke up the next day and people were whistling the song. But then there wasn't a machine to push those things, to put them out and say, okay, let's try and make this thing go crazy. A song only becomes a hit song as a matter of the machine that's pushing it. Very rarely do you have songs that take off by themselves. Now, those things happen. They do happen, but very rarely. We're talking about maybe one song every 5 years.
Like undeniable hits.
Not undeniable. They just picked up by themselves. One thing led to another.
Like there's songs that like are undeniable hits, right? That was pushed. You feel me? Like it wasn't just like by itself organic shit. So there's always, you can always say that, but like a hit song is a hit song, man.
Yes, and there are a lot of hit songs that nobody heard.
Like, I don't care how it gets to be a hit song, but like as far as like it gets to the public and the public approves of it and everybody's singing that shit, yeah, that's a hit song. No?
That is a hit song. That's the metric to go by. You get so it's easy as somebody who has a good ear, or who as somebody who hears something that he likes, to say, oh my, this song is a hit song. It's easy to say that, but the only agreeable metric for hit music is the public. Now, how do you get that hit song? Then that's another conversation on its own. But like I was saying, Weezy's quality of music wouldn't go down because the guy actually loves music. The people that don't love music, after a while, you can tell.
But the quality, like, you don't understand. Like, this is my idol, man. I'm telling you, music. I'm literally being objective here, and you're telling me it's always it happens to the best of us, man. You can't make dope songs for the rest of your life. Like, you can make a certain level of dopeness and never fall below that level, right? But
that's actually what I'm saying. I agree with you.
I know exactly what you're saying, actually, because they're that dope to like know that I can always make this level of song. But like you said, man, when you're feeling it, when you're in the midst of that shit, you just feel it.
You get in the zone.
Yeah, like
you get in the zone.
You're nearing your prime, even though you haven't hit it yet. You just know that shit is coming, man. That shit is it's very underrated.
I was in the zone, not just me, myself and my guys were in the zone between 2009 and 2011. I still remember what you guys got in HSM 2012 was like, it was the peak of the zone.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. That time was just a beautiful. That was like, of course, all that shit was years of hard work. Now you couldn't just come out of nowhere and just drop
Of
that.
course, of course.
But you know what? I didn't see that perspective. Also, my mind was just like these guys are just cool ass motherfuckers. They come to school, they pick the dope guy, they put it, I didn't come to my like you also have a journey, you've actually grown through the
No,
music.
of course, and nobody put it on you to understand that at the time.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of the shit, man. You just keep
Yeah, because I didn't think that I was in the zone at that time.
You can't know. That's the funny thing. You can't.
Yeah,
Maybe as you grow older, you'll be able to tell. But like the first feelings of that, like you said, that was the first time you're like peaking, right? So that was like you can't really know, man. You can't tell that that's like
yeah,
beautiful shit you're making right there.
exactly. So my what I take away from all those periods is
Yeah.
I remember only one thing from that time,
What?
and all I remember was that I enjoyed making the music, and I enjoyed the music that we made.
No.
And even though I don't get to be in like a protracted zone, air quotes, like I was then, I just told myself, okay, I remember what that felt like, so I'm going to keep chasing that. And I know that every time that I've chased just making music that I like, statistically, a good amount of the music ends up going somewhere and pushes what we're doing a little further.
Yeah, man. And you're the kind
And
of
everybody that kind of ruled the airwaves or ruled whatever time in music, I find that what happened was they were in the zone. 2004 to 2006, Rockefeller Records, Basement Studios, they were in the zone that time. Just Blaze will tell you, Guru will tell you, Kanye will tell you. 2005 to 2017, bro, he was in the zone that time. Where by mistake, everything you just touched, it fire. Speaking of fire, you just lit the spark.
So that's like those are the people that you were listening to that time, like that was inspiring you and shit. Them Timber.
No, I wasn't even listening to them per se. I kind of caught up on Rockefeller stuff a little later because I got put on to Jay-Z with Volume 2, and being somebody that was my understanding of music at the time was church music, and church music is as intricate as musical as it gets.
Yep.
So I'm here listening to boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I'm waiting for the music to change up. It did not change. I say, oh my God. So these people just made an 8-bar loop and just rapped on that shit. It was, I remember just being annoyed. And then at the same time, I was put on to the Eminem show. And although there were a lot of 8-bar loops on that album, it was a lot more musical, by far more musical.
That Jay-Z.
It was not even close. Wasn't close.
That's why it was a goal, man.
Like I remember listening to Sing for the Moment. I was like, shit.
That's actually one of the first rappers I was listening to him in like JSS2, man.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, like I was listening to Lose Yourself, man. That was one of the first songs I learned how to rap, actually.
Yeah. And you think about it and say, why does M have such a wide acclaim? And I can tell you the wide acclaim is because the music is musical.
Mm-hmm.
If not for Eminem, I wouldn't be as into hip-hop as I am now. Because first of all,
what are you talking about?
I didn't say I'm into hip-hop. I'm saying I wouldn't be into hip-hop the way I'm into hip-hop to the extent that I'm in.
I'm just messing with you.
Of course.
But yeah,
if we were to take a checklist, I'd probably listen to more hip-hop than you do.
I don't know, man. Maybe A wider range. You probably listen to like a wider range.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a better way
But
to
as
put it.
far as like artists, I be studying these motherfuckers, man. You don't listen like if I like an artist, man, I literally go study them, you know.
Yeah. That's probably a better way to put it. I listen to a
That's
wider range of.
man. You have to hear all those sounds. Like you have to like
But I didn't make myself listen to all these stuff. I only listen to music that I like, which is kind of weird. And I've tried to push myself and say, okay, guy, and just have a wide repertoire. But all the weird music that I like, I only like them because I like them. It's
yeah,
not on some producer shit to try and widen my palette so I can understand how shit. No, I would give you the first listen.
yeah,
For the most part, if I have the time, I'll give you one listen. Ideally, I give every project 2 listens
yeah, you have to
to
know.
be like, okay, the first listen, all right.
The
And
only
I don't have to like the entire project.
yeah.
I need to like one song. Then when I like one song, I'll come back. And then gradually, and I'll start to enjoy other things, which was what I was trying to explain with Eminem and Jay-Z. Eminem kept me with hip hop. Then years later, I now went back to volume 2, and I was like, okay. I get this shit that's happening now. And I enjoyed it in hindsight than I did at the first meeting with the project. So, well,
man,
let's not.
man, like the whole M shit, like you always wanted to make Afro beats kind of music though, right? You know,
But I do that. And because of where the music is going, as a producer, you want to be able to do that. And I'm unfortunate to have come up in a space in Jos where, as the producer, your job is to know how to produce everything. Anything where they happen, hip hop, R&B, produce it.
yeah, what were you?
You know, so
Design though? Like, what kind of music do you say? Is that hip hop? Is that like gospel music? Is that
I'm
like
sorry, I didn't get that.
what would you call perfect design? Like, what kind
Perfect
of
Design was such a messy cocktail.
yeah, like it's a lot of different songs, man.
Yeah, there was everything. The song itself was a rock song,
Yeah,
but then the project had hip hop in it. It had R&B in it. It had some alternative stuff as well.
yeah. Like, what kind of project is that? Like, what do you call that? That's just
You can't categorize that project in terms of genre
oh yeah,
because it was everything, and it was a point of, it was deliberate to make sure we had as wide a genre palette as possible. The philosophy was, let's have something for everybody. So a lot of times we would say, okay, let's have 1 or 2 songs for the parents. It was a thing back then.
yeah, no, definitely, man. All that in the morning shit. Shawty, how?
You see, but you see, the thing with In the Morning, man, was it was the stars aligned so perfectly that everybody was going to be touched by that song, and that was not deliberate. It was not deliberate, which speaks to just putting the hours in, putting the reps in.
Yeah, no, definitely. That shit was
The stars will align. Yeah.
that shit dropped at the most. See, it almost like it was just written in history to just happen.
The song got to Not Just Okay, and it didn't get to Not Just Okay because we pushed it.
Yeah.
It got to Not Just Okay, like, what? These kids are high school kids. What?
Man, that shit was so, and it's funny how you guys found the right people for each song. Like,
I promise you, nobody found anything. I still remember the day we made that song. I still remember.
They that In the Morning song, right?
Yes, I still remember.
Part of that song, man. But that song is such a hit record. Like, you know, I actually like that. Like, you feel me? Like, that's how you people just did it. We just worked, man.
Hey, you're giving us too much props because we also did not know what we're doing, guy.
I'm sure that's how it felt, but I'm telling you my perspective, man. Because like bro, I did not even want to nail that song, man. But like the song is so fire. I want to enjoy it. You know, it's just like, bro, remember dancing to those songs in chapel like the last couple days before like graduation? Like, oh my god, people were like, did you guys make this shit? Bro, we're
It
like,
was unbelievable.
man, like, we're like super. After that day, we had send forth or whatever we do. We became,
Mhm.
it was just sad that we had to graduate like a couple days later. But like that was,
But
bro,
that shit, it was perfect. It was perfect.
like real shit. No, I gotta let you know, man, because like that shit was just awesome, man. Oh my god, that's probably that was just peak high school right there. Like that was
Now,
peak.
tell me about it, my G. It's so funny that you might not remember a lot of stuff, but there's certain things that you just. I remember the day I made the beat. I remember what happened that day. I remember where I was.
Wow, that's crazy.
I remember the conversations I had after.
That's crazy, man. That's actually some memory shit. I'm not that good. I don't keep track of events like, but you actually remember all those.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's crazy, dog.
once in a
Wow.
while when you do some shit that people would consider to be iconic.
Yeah.
Shit. So now some of us would enjoy the nostalgic part of that, and then working with HSGM for 7 years at that point, I'd already understood the nostalgic game. I'd already understood that for the most part, the reason why some of these things are so enjoyable to us is because of the nostalgia.
Yep. That's
Enters
that literally.
enters 2012. And I was just there thinking we're just enjoying this thing because we made it, because we enjoyed making it, we enjoyed the process. It was dope,
Yeah.
nostalgia, blah blah blah. Then I'm now seeing other people that are not part of the process just going crazy. I'm like, okay, all right, guys, okay, what's going on here? And then I have staff walk up to me. I say, good, congratulations, this is the best HSGM. That was the first time I was hearing that.
Wow.
I'm like, okay. I'm used to you people did a good job. This was great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. God will bless you for all you are doing for us. But that was the first time I was hearing this is the best HS. And I was like, okay, all right. And then the ripple effect now started to happen outside, and then responses were coming. I was like, we just might have made some dope shit here. Who knows?
Nah. We knew, man. I swear we knew. At that time, I knew that shit was gonna go out of there, man. Cause like just the whole process was just so it was so fun, man. I can't even I remember
It's always fun though.
I
It's
swear,
always fun.
I remember nights in chapel, man. We'd just be there till like 4 a.m. Just man, oh my god.
And you know what's funny about HSM 2012? I remember that for the first few weeks, for some reason, we just couldn't get the work in. For the most part, like if I remember clearly, what used to happen, I'll probably come in and I was exhausted from other stuff that I was doing in the day. And then we'd just be there, rehearse a little bit, but then not record anything.
Yeah.
And then it was like 2 weeks to dedication, and everybody was worried. I was like, man, Makan, let's. I
Yeah, I'm
just
sure
kept.
you kept that shit under like, man. No, like, cause like that takes a lot of like balls, man. Like that whole timing shit, like you had to get it right and it just hits.
Yeah. And I remember we recorded like 5 days in like 2 songs. Then I was telling them, did I not tell people not to worry? Not. And then everybody's ginger now came up. And then in that 1 week to 10 days, where we actually put down vocals for the songs, it was such a crazy period.
And Ifatu, man. I remember like that Ifatu was rapping like Nas, man. Like he's kind of lucky intimidated me at first. When you guys speak both of us, I was like, fuck, man. This guy's been rapping since like J2, man. I was like, how the fuck are you?
But we didn't know that. You see, if you didn't say that now, I wouldn't know that that was what was going through your head at the time.
You guys just pick the best, man. I swear, you literally just picked the best. So that was cool. So, and I always knew I was good, right? But that definitely validated me. I was like, yeah, no. Now it's time to like actually work, man. So at that time, like I only used to look at if I didn't even give a fuck about Sam X or Makamon, man. Those guys, like, I don't even like. I was just angry that you even picked them, because like they repeated into our set, right? So I expected you guys to like pick our set guys. You feel me? So that was always like painful. But I like those guys too, though, because Makamatsu, man, came through with some bribes, man, and shit. But
no, everybody came through. Everybody came through.
It came through, man. But yeah, Ifatu was definitely. I was like, damn. So it's me and this dude. Let's go.
Yeah, funny enough, like
man,
after you guys graduated, I expected him to like carry on with the rap shit, but after a couple of months, I was like, yeah, this nigga's not going to do it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to rap like that, man. That shit was just fun too. Like, we probably still writes and shit, but like, I don't think he actually. Like,
who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? That's the thing. You never know, man.
Yeah.
You know, man. Oh man, those guys. I'm just trying to give you my perspective, man, because like those are some good times, man. I just wish I used to smoke. I was like, if I was smoking then the music would have been really out of here. You feel me?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
We should do like Perfect Design 2 or some shit.
No, what we've been planning for years to make a remix project.
Yeah, just like drop
just for HSGM generally. But then if you want to like remix what we had on Perfect Design, man, push it, man. We're definitely going to be up for it. There's a couple of things in the works to kind of consolidate all the HSGM stuff that happened back in the day, and then for the future.
So like I get it, yeah. No, my own is like, if you could, I'm trying to like whatever it is like we need to actually do to make some shit that just, I mean, if you can just get, it doesn't even matter, like maybe 3 of us on a song or some shit, just make a.
No, that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, like just
that's like, definitely going to happen. But you would help us if you want to like focus on your sets project, and that would be dope. You can start to put things in motion, and then we'll start to work on stuff within the greater idea that we have to kind of revive some of the HSGM stuff from.
Let's talk about it then. There's some shit we should
actually, for sure.
We actually talk about, man. Let's get it in, man. You know I'm down for anything. Like when we actually get it big enough, people will hop on that shit, man. They will like want to be part of this shit again. Like,
of course. Last year I started to cook up some stuff, and I was how enthusiastic people were about it. I was like, okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So it was an unintentional test of what we're trying to do, and hopefully.
And if you could get a documentary 2 together, that would be fire, man. Because I know there's footage, man. There's definitely footage.
Working on one. We've been working on one.
That would be cool. Just to go with like an album or some shit. Drop that shit on.
Yeah. Don't worry. You guys are going to get an email or a call very soon.
Smoke to me in the morning. First thing that I do when I wake up. Then I really got taking me to take us. Really got you at the break to your makeup. I'm not joking, I be smoking like Jamaicans. Can't trust you, gon' tell you a traitor. Make me decide to go chop away a blazer. Don't let it end, it hurt, sis, you better wake up. You better wake up. Bad, she bad. She want sex, she sexy. She get wet, I use jet skis. But don't check when you get here, text me. She bad, she bad. She want sex, she sexy. She get wet, I use jet skis. But don't check when you get here, text me. She always gonna do what the fuck she gonna do. She do everything right, I wanna introduce her to mama. I'ma rent a crib with a pool. Take pictures for social media, I do this for a living. Then ask myself who you fooling. Nothing else matters as long as these rats gon' keep moving. Don't get distracted by the world, by these women. So many distractions in the world, keep achieving.